Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today we have to talk about this particular issue. What is Vikatan site controversy? And here there will be a context associated with right to freedom of speech and expression. Whether right to freedom of speech and expression is absolute or not. If it is not absolute, what are the restrictions on it? You have Article 19 Clause A, Sub 19 Clause 1, Sub Clause A, and then you have Article 19 Clause 2. What are these articles all about? Then we will see a UPSC PYQ which has been asked in 2017. This is the whole news. We will see this whole news, what it is all about and how it is related to fundamental rights, freedom of speech and expression. And whether it will have a chilling impact on right to freedom of speech and expression or not, you can post it in the comment section. If you feel like, no, whatever INB ministry, let's say there is a cartoon of Honorable PM Modi sir which has been published in this particular website, and there has to be certain amount of decorum which has to be maintained when you are publishing, things related to some honorable people at honorable post. So what should be the caveat? What should be the restrictions? What are the things which we have to take into consideration when we are doing that? So whatever is your view, you can post it in the comment section. Let's have a look at this particular article. INB ministry issued order to block Vikatan site after cartoon on Modi. And what this cartoon is all about, what it's in reference to, we'll talk about this. So UPSC Prelims 2017, this was a question asked by UPSC related to right to freedom of speech and expression. You can have a look at this particular question. If you know the answer of this particular question, you can post it in the comment section. If you want to know the exact answer, wait till the end of this video, you will know the answer. And yes, so February 19, 2025, Hindu page number 10, this article is there. And again, what is happening here? Which kind of cartoon we are talking about? A controversial cartoon featuring Prime Minister Modi sir shackled in chains next to US President Donald Trump. Why shackling in chains? This, in a way, Vikatan website, if scholars say, they are trying to show that Indian immigrants, they are being deported from US, shackled in chains. So that is this representation, this Narendra Modi sir shackled in chain, is that, they are trying to show that or depict that. So this is one form or small part of that cartoon. I cannot show you the whole cartoon. If you Google it, maybe you will be able to find it. And I'm not showing the full cartoon because I have to live. So Modi sir is shackled in chains, and the cartoon referenced deported immigrants being flown to India in chains. So hope you're understanding. Understand one more thing here from exam perspective. There are two words. One is known as immigrant with an E. Another is immigrant with an I. So immigrant with an E means when you're exiting a country. Then immigrant with an I means when you're entering another country. So do remember these two words, there is difference. So again, a complaint was lodged by BJP Tamil Nadu president. You don't have to, keep a track of all the events which is happening one by one. We have to understand how it will impact freedom of speech and expression. What is Article 19 Clause 1, Sub Clause A? What is Article 19 Clause 2? We have to talk about these things. So Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, L. Murugan, he is not confirming it, whether the blocking order, whether it has happened or not, but he's saying that we will take appropriate legal steps. Fine. Then what happened? Let's trace the chronology, but we will talk about what are the things which are very important from any exam perspective, be it UPSC or non-UPSC. The block was enforced on February 15, one day after Valentine's Day, without prior warning to Vikatan staff. Internet service providers and telecom operators took the site offline. So these are things which happened. Then Press Bureau of India went and asked them whether this cartoon is available in print or only online. So this cartoon has created a lot of controversy. Formal notice and government response. February 16, 2 days after Valentine's Day, Vikatan received a notice from MIB, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, stating that a hearing under IT rules will happen, and it was being conducted on the cartoon. Fine. And the notice did not mention the complete website blocking. Ministry has agreed to hear Vikatan's defense. And Vikatan website is very defiant on this. They're like, dude, we will give you an alternative domain. You can go to anandavikatan.com and you can access that particular cartoon, because this is not only about cartoon, this is much more than that. This is about right to freedom of speech and expression. But as UPSC 2017 pre-question you have just seen, which they have asked on freedom of speech and expression, and when you will solve it, you will realize that right to freedom of speech and expression is not absolute. There are certain caveats, there are certain restrictions on it, and we have to be very aware about it. But whether it will impact our democracy, if you take the example of US, that is also a democracy, and which is the largest democracy in the world. And again, there are different types of things which we term for India and US democracy. And when you see about how they represent Trumps in their different cartoons and how much freedom the media of US have, then you can always counter question like whether Indian media has that much amount of freedom or not. But again, the question again arises on decency and morality, whether we should be depicting our honorable PM in such way or not. That is again a question which we have to ponder upon. So now let's come back to the question. This was the question. Right to freedom of speech and expression is absolute and cannot be restricted under any circumstances. This is wrong. It is not absolute. There are restrictions. So eliminate one. You're left with B2 only. D, neither one nor two. The Constitution of India provides reasonable restrictions, that is correct, on the exercise of right to freedom of speech and expression. So the answer is B2 only. Now let's try to see these reasonable restrictions. Answer is B, and hopefully you would have got it correct. If you have got it correct, you can post it in the comment section. And these are the restrictions. Sovereignty and integrity of India. If you are publishing something, saying something which goes against sovereignty and integrity, then there will be a restriction on freedom of speech and expression. Security of state, friendly relation with foreign states, public order, decency, morality, contempt of court, defamation, and incitement to an offense. Now, as Honorable, Arnab Goswami sir says, the nation wants to know this particular cartoon is violating or is impacting which of these points, which of these interests, whether this particular cartoon which we are talking about would impact our friendly relations with US, whether it will impact the decency thing, morality thing, and whether it is, it will lead to defamation against that particular side, or whether it will incite a particular offense. Or do you think there are multiple choices here which are involved here and we should never be publishing such kind of cartoon? So whatever is your view regarding this particular news, whatever has happened, you can post it in the comment section, and do post it, because when you're doing this, you'll be able to remember these kind of cases. You'll be able to remember right to freedom of speech and expression that is there in Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A. And the restrictions are there in Article 19, Clause 2. And these things are important because they have been asked earlier. And PYQs, they give you an idea what UPSC is interested in and what they can ask in future as well. Fine, sir and ma'am. So that's it. If you want me to share this particular PDF with you, you can join Fun Study with Shubh, because study should be fun, and I'll be sharing this particular PDF there. So that's it from me. I'll see you soon. Take care. Be blessed. Tata. Bye-bye.